Hello, everyone, and welcome to Doing Art episode 11. My name is Lorens, and this episode is with hip hop artist Triumph Over Poverty, aka Top. I learned about Top through a friend of mine who sent me a link to his mixtape. I checked it out and it grew on me. Yes, this guy is an incredible MC. His approach to rap, in my opinion, exudes a pure command of the technicalities and history of the art form. Top is also a well-rounded fellow. In addition to being such a moving rapper, he also plays a trumpet and he also has a degree in computer science. So what can you say about that? I really enjoy this episode and I am sure you will too. After listening, you can learn more about Top by going to doingart.net, the website of the podcast, where I have links to all his stuff. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you an MC you will fall in love with, Top, in your face.
Cripple on this beat, fool.
This track goes out to a woman so special. I hope you know it, you were so influential. At your request, I'ma keep it confidential. Prepare me for the world, hard-coded in the bezel. I never get attached and I tell these women let go. My heart is empty,
Top.
girl, listen
What's
to
going
that
on?
echo.
Not much.
Demetrius
Welcome to
turning
Doing
cold is
Art.
something you
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Great. So maybe we should start with where you stay.
Where do I stay?
Yeah,
Right,
this is we're in New York. We're recording in New York, in my apartment in New York.
right. Right now I stay in Baltimore, Maryland.
Okay.
Yep.
Great. So, you're from where are you from? You're from Reading.
Yeah, I'm originally from Reading, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Yep. I've been living in Baltimore about 8 years now.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
How did that move come about? Is it because of music? Did you move because of music?
Nah, I didn't move because of music. I moved just to stay out of my neighborhood and try to stay out of trouble for a little bit.
Stay out of trouble.
Yeah, I wanted to stay out of trouble.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so, in the process of, did you discover yourself as a rapper, or as an artist
As an artist.
in Baltimore, or had you been doing your thing for a while in Reading before moving to Baltimore?
I always had a love for the music, so I already knew I loved music and played around with it before I moved to Baltimore. But when I moved to Baltimore, I was going back and forth to Reading, and we finished our first project.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Great.
Yep.
All right. So, is this your first time in New York?
Nah, this isn't my first time in New York. I've been in New York plenty of times, did a couple shows here. My first time in New York wasn't too good of a story. So,
Okay,
yeah.
we'll reserve that for later on.
Okay.
For later on. Okay. All right. So I'm really excited because you are the first hip hop artist I'm having on the podcast.
Oh,
so you're
dope.
like a first. That's
Dope.
dope. So I
We
have a
can-
lot of questions for you. I
Yeah.
have a lot to talk about with
That's
you.
rock. I
So
applaud that.
I hope you bring in it. So how about we start from the very beginning?
Okay.
You're from Reading.
Right.
Do you remember any childhood experience, any childhood memory growing up? School, elementary school, high school, college, if any, and let's talk about that.
Do I remember any
just
memory?
Tell us about your childhood.
Oh, my childhood
What-
coming
what-
up. My childhood coming up. I came up in a small projects named Oak Brook, and it's low income housing. So it was I wouldn't say tight knit, but everybody knew everybody there. And I was into sports. We went to the Oliver's Boys and Girls Club. That's where we spent most of our days.
Yeah.
Went to Schlegel's Park.
Nice.
For the most part, I was just active. Cool. So that's all it was about. Really much, no worries, just playing. Yeah.
Did you say Opera Project?
Yes, Oak Brook.
Why? Why is it
O-A-K.
called Oprah?
Oak Brook?
Oh,
Yeah, Oak Brook.
Oak
O-A-K.
Brook, Oak
yeah,
Brook, okay.
B-R-O-O-K.
I'm
yeah.
like Oprah.
Oak Brook. No, Oprah.
Okay, cool.
She didn't give us no money.
I'm like,
No.
that's what's up. Okay, so how about elementary school, high school? You want to talk about school? School,
Yeah.
Is it a big part of your?
Elementary school was
Growing
dope. You had like two different main elementary schools around me. There was Melmont and there was Thomas Ford. I went to Melmont. I think I was a good kid. I was a good student through most of it. Yeah.
Okay.
And then middle school, I played sports.
Oh, nice.
While
what did
going
you play?
to school. I played basketball and I was starting point guard everywhere I went.
Nice.
So summer
Point guard?
Yeah, point
Oh,
guard.
okay.
Yeah, for the team or summer basketball teams. Starting point guard. High school was cool as well, but I was there till like the 10th grade, and that's when I started getting into stuff. You know what I mean? Little.
Did you finish?
I actually dropped out like 11th, and then
11th grade.
yeah, I think it was 11th, but I don't even know how I made it to 11th because I wasn't going for a while. But they was telling me my original name is Demetrius. They're like, yeah, you on the schedule for next year? I'm like, for real? I ain't been there in a little bit.
Wait, so does it mean that you didn't like school at that stage in time? Maybe in high school you didn't like school that much? or what?
I actually became a father at 16.
Okay.
And it was like I was like, all right, I gotta get money. You know what I mean? So I went and I got like my first job at some buffet. You know what I mean? And then if that didn't work,
So let's talk a little bit more about school and education.
Okay.
Do you obviously you think that education is important?
Very.
Very important.
Very.
So do you think you would someday go back, maybe get a GED?
Oh, I went and got my GED.
Oh, you got your GED?
Yeah, I got
okay, cool.
Yeah, I got my GED.
Okay.
And then when I actually went to Baltimore, I told myself I was going to work and I was actually going to go to school.
Go to school, okay.
So I ended up getting my associates in computer science. So, yeah.
Whoa! So I'm talking to like.
Oh yeah, I'm no dummy.
So
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, I'm no
like
dummy.
a computer scientist here. All right.
Yeah,
so
a little bit.
My major in college was one of my majors. I had to major math and computer science.
Oh, dope.
One of my majors was computer science, and so you must have taken some programming classes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Couldn't stand it.
You couldn't stand it.
Couldn't
All right,
stand
let's
it.
talk about programming. Which programming languages do you take?
Which one
Did you
was
take C++?
It was C++, the as if, and if this does, because we
yeah.
did the basic,
Wow.
like if you're checking into a hotel, you know what I mean? And
You started with basic.
Yeah, we did our little basic programming. So if you checked into a hotel, your percentage would be this, all the way to when we had to graduate, we'll set up a whole network for doctor's offices. That wanted to
So
speak.
you went really in.
Oh yeah, I went hard. I put my blinders on. Yeah,
That's
and I said I
great.
was gonna finish it. And I finished it.
So we're vibing now.
Yeah, we vibing. We vibing.
So did you take
Ones and
did you
zeros.
That's ones and zeros. That's what's up. Did you take data structures? Any course called data structures?
Data structures. They gave us a beginning course of that. Not too
Okay.
much.
All right.
So we did a lot of the network, the database, and work with Cisco. A lot of hands-on switches and routers.
That's
Yeah,
great.
Yep.
Great. Cool. That's what's up.
Not too many people know that either. So that's crazy.
That's really good. That's
Yeah,
really
man.
very interesting and awesome. Yeah. So how about we talk about music? I listened to some of your stuff, and I started with the very first album on the page on your website. That's Forever Me, and I like the feel. I like it's like it's a lot of remix of 90s stuff, and I'm like a 90s kid.
Word.
I mean, maybe 80s, 90s. I was born in the 80s, and I grew up in the 80s and 90s. And I remember, I know a lot of those songs, almost all of them. Yeah,
Right.
I listened. I can remember Slam by Onyx, and then
dope one.
Naughty by Nature, Feel Me Flow.
Feel Me Flow.
So,
right.
do you want to talk about why you decided to do that project?
Yeah,
Like it's like an homage to the 90s. Why?
I definitely wanted to just pay homage to like the pioneers on the music I grew up on. Like I remember, like I said, playing basketball and turning on Slam and doing dunks with my cousin and stuff like that. And yeah, so from Naughty by Nature, their whole style, they changed the game. Remember the hats they wore? They came out with the little baseball bats, all that Aaliyah. You know what I mean? So yeah, I definitely wanted to pay homage. That was a scary project to do. I wanted to do it right, so it took me a little bit.
I see. Naughty by Nature, I always feel like Vinny is like overshadowed by Tretch.
right?
Yeah, who I'm always Team Vinny. It's not
Oh,
like
for
there's
real?
it's
For
not like
real?
there's any rivalry or
Right,
anything,
right.
but I'm always Team Vinny. So I don't know. Do you have anything to say about,
I think
about what you think?
I think Trench took more of the spotlight though. It might have
He's a crazy
it had to
rapper,
do
though.
with his
He's good.
personality. He was
Yes.
a great lyricist.
Yeah, he's like,
but
oh my
with
God.
them though, I like the camaraderie, and you never really heard I never heard no mess between them two.
Me
You
too.
know what I mean? They always kept it tight and did their music. So Naughty by Nature all the way.
Nice.
Yeah, they
How
dope.
about, do you know Rotten Rascals?
Rotten Rascals? No,
Yeah.
you might have to refresh my memory.
Okay.
on that.
Go
Where they
with
from?
them. I think from Jersey too.
Oh, okay.
I think I think like Queen Latifah kind of founded Naughty by Nature, and then Naughty by Nature founded Rotten Rascals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, look them up.
Dope.
And so do you want to talk a little bit about Forever Me?
Forever Me, the volume 2. Forever Me, it started with volume 1. And I got it off of, it was like the first tattoo I got. I got some small, it was like in my grandma's house, and it was a poem I had written. So when I start putting the actual projects together and getting structured music, I said, why not Forever Me? Kind of explains me, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And it explains a lot. So my first one, I picked 7 tracks, and I was just filling it out. And then the second one was the 90s tribute, and I took my time doing it. Like I said, I wanted to represent those artists, right?
Okay.
So it took me some time to do it, but it's definitely a classic project.
Yeah, I like it. Now let's talk about some other, like your original stuff. You know, I listened to a few of them, and maybe before we talk about that, before we started, you were telling me that you belong to a group, like a collective. It's not like you guys are a group, but it's a collective, an art collective, where everybody is it's an individual artist, but you guys work together.
Right.
Maybe can you please tell me a little bit more about that group?
Yeah, most certainly. Go by the name of Street Laws, and pretty much we all grew up together. So it was the upbringing before.
In Reading?
Yeah, in Reading.
Okay.
So we came up together and we was raised together.
How many of you?
It's about 6 of us. So it was originally 5, and then it became 6.
Okay.
So we got my cousin Chill, KO, Busy, and then 6, and then Problems. So our first project we put together was in like, I think 09 or 2010. It was a Stand for Something, Fall for Nothing. And I'm not sure if we have that online or not, but that's a classic one as well. I think it's on a Reverb Nation, and we have a collective album. So yeah, we all came up together, and then we had this common like with music, and then we started recording and actually put it together.
So you all, it's interesting. You all grew up in Reading,
Right.
but then the 6 of you moved to Baltimore?
No, I moved.
Okay.
Just me.
Okay.
Just me. I moved because I was just in the neighborhood getting in trouble. Not too much to do. Reading, PA, there ain't too much to do. Everybody that's from there knows that.
Okay.
Ain't too
now,
much to do.
I'm curious. Can you tell me some of your troubles?
Some of my troubles.
Yeah, that you got into.
Where at in Reading?
Yeah.
In Reading,
Yeah.
PA?
Anyone that won't get you into trouble,
Oh,
more trouble.
right.
Anyone that won't get you locked up.
Nah, I won't get me locked up. I'll speak around it.
Okay.
In Reading, PA, I guess I was a late, I don't even want to say this, like a late bloomer, but my first charge was I was 19. I was at a bar, wasn't supposed to be in a bar, and then they ran in there, and then they found the gun out on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
And then they asked me, it was like, oh, we seen you talking to such and such. Is it your gun? I'm like, I don't know him, so they charged me with the gun.
Oh,
So
shit.
that was my first
That's
legal
crazy.
troubles. Yeah, and then I was working and about to go to school, and they actually put me into something else. So I was on the right track, and they hit me with another case,
Oh my god.
some like aggravated assault type stuff, like two from 2 years ago. So then I got in trouble with that. So then I was like, all right, that's it. When I got out of that, it got dismissed.
That's
I
good.
mean, yeah, it's definitely a blessing.
Yeah.
So then I was like, all right, I'm not gonna let them play with my life no more. I'm gonna shoot down here and
That's
stay
what's
away
up.
for a second.
That's great.
Yep.
Do you was moving to when you moved to Baltimore? Did it did it just turn around? Did everything just go away, or did you have to gradually overcome those troubles?
I had it gradually, definitely gradually, because when I left, you're still thinking about your old neighborhood.
Yeah.
But it's like I went with the mind state. I said, if I'm gonna be away from my family, because I never been away from my family, I'm gonna definitely work, and I'm gonna go to school. I'm gonna make sure I complete something. I'm not just gonna work and just get complacent.
Yeah.
So I went down there with a goal to complete.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
I tell my buddies that all the time. Sometimes you gotta leave your neighborhood.
Yes. Yes. Sometimes you have to live to see other things.
Right.
And then see other perspective.
True.
And then sometimes when you live, that's when you get validation from that place you're from. You know,
Truth.
like sometimes you have to leave and then come back for people to see some other side of you, for you to be able to open your other side to those people, and for them to acknowledge you.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
All right. So let's talk about hip hop.
Okay.
All
Let's
right.
do that.
Let's talk about the 90s.
Okay.
I don't know when you were born. Do you mind sharing your age?
Nah,
How
I'm
old are you?
31.
Yeah?
31.
You're 31 for real?
Yes.
Okay.
84.
Okay.
I was born in 84.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
So you like you really, you are not just picking classics. You really lived through those classics.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
You can
cool.
tell too. You tune in. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's
I
up.
appreciate that music.
Okay. So I want to talk about let's talk about the 90s. Like maybe we should start with, who did you like? I mean, I know that you adored Naughty by Nature and Onyx. Is there any kind of any flavor of the 90s that made you you're still able to relate to those era in hip hop?
Most certainly, because I touched on I did a Nas track. Nas is like, just with his lyricism and his witty style and stuff like that, I can definitely relate to that, because that's still respected. Well, should be respected. And then I did a couple. I know I did a Tupac joint, and that was like one of my favorite artists coming up when we grew up. And did Big. So who else do I have on there? I have a Leo on there.
Yeah.
I even did Monica one of those days. So I tried to touch some R&B as well. So yeah, I would say highly influenced, especially with today's going on. Yeah. Like things where Pac did, like he reflected what was going on in them times, him being roughed up and drugs and violence in his community. So yeah, I would say still is prevalent to that.
Yeah. So among like the mainstream rappers, mainstream hip hop cats, do you have anybody who you respect
nowadays?
Yeah, nowadays.
I would say I respect the Locks. They keep that unity going on. Someone that's mainstream selling like pop. I don't know. It's not. You can't consider hip hop pop, can you? What? I don't know.
They're kind of.
I tell you, I'm gonna be straight up honest. I'm kind of out of the loop because I don't listen to too much hip hop. I listen to like a lot of production, a lot of instrumentals, and that's how I inspire myself.
Yes, yeah.
Mainstream, I'm a big fan, like I said, of the Locks. When X was coming up, I couldn't say nobody right now. J. Cole's dope. J. Cole. Yeah, you got your Kendrick Lamar. They dope. And they're selling good records. Yeah. But I think their music has substance. Yeah. So yeah, I didn't want to. Damn, I shouldn't have forgot them too. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Now I want to come back to your music.
All right.
I took my time and I listened to it.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Thank you.
And I noticed I couldn't help but notice something which is like prevalent in today's hip hop. And it's your words, your lyrics tend to be very explicit, like very, very explicit, right, to the point that I mean, I could feel that that's how you feel it. That's how it comes to you, you know. But being a singer and artist myself, right, sometimes I feel like things come to us raw, but in order to be able to make it consumable by other people, we could tailor it in such a way that they could consume it. I'm not saying that. I'm not asking why is it raw. I'm not asking. I'm just saying maybe you could talk to me why explicit lyrics. Before I continue, I'm going to say something.
Go ahead. You know I'm ready to jump on this question.
Me and David were talking. He sent me your stuff, and I listened to it. I was in the train, and I started listening, and I listened to the whole album, to the Forever Me Volume 2, and then I started listening to some of your other stuff.
Okay.
The one that got my attention was Fly Talk. I really like it. I like the beat, and I was feeling it. But then it got really, really, really raw.
What, Fly Talk?
Really explicit, you know, and like, it got, things, you know. And I sent a text to David. I've listened to it, and I'm like, I can't tell you I'm a big fan now,
right?
But I can say it's really explicit. And then I used the word. I said it's ratchet too.
Fly Talk.
Yeah. So, and I didn't mean the ratchet in like I can't fuck with this or anything. I meant it like, okay, this guy is like, he's giving it to me how he sees it. He's not trying to be cute about it.
Right.
You know. So, do you want to say anything about why your presentation, why you choose to be, because some people rap clean, you know, why you choose to be explicit instead of clean?
When it comes to the explicit, on the 90s specifically, 90s hip hop, that's what it was. It was raw. You heard a lot of boom bap, and these people were like straight from the inner city, and they had the struggles and the poverty. Like, I don't know what's going on now. Like, you got people coming from different areas and different walks of life, and that's beautiful. But it was the ghetto story. So it was raw. It was not filtered. You know what I mean? So they weren't getting influence from record labels and, you're going to have to do this Sprite commercial. It was just straight from their basement or wherever they came from to the world. So that's what I was representing there. When I'm doing my music that's raw, it's probably from real life situations. You know what I mean? Like if I'm speaking on like the incarceration of my brother or something like that, I'm not going to filter it, you know? Because it's like, I get to shaking right now when I'm talking about it. It's,
I see that. How about being explicit in terms of sex, for instance?
Right.
That was the Fly Talk.
Yeah, the Fly Talk. Oh yeah, let me get back to the Fly Talk. Fly Talk, the beautiful thing about artists is we're saying what everybody is thinking. Yes. You know what I mean? From the lady who is out there and makes money from sexual favors to the pastor's wife, they can think alike, but it's, as artists, we're just saying what everybody thinks. Yes. You know what I mean? It makes people uncomfortable and all of that, but when you're in your home with your significant other, all of that takes place. You know what I mean? And then that was off a project called Won't Get Nothing in Your Hair, so it was for grown people anyways. I dropped it on Valentine's Day, which is my birthday, and it was specific for them people. But I also have one called Bathroom Floor, and it's more sensual, more metaphors and things of that nature. Probably sound more jazzy, something like.
Yeah, I see. Now, you're the first hip hop person, like I'm telling you, that I'm having on the podcast.
Thank you.
I want to talk about the N-word.
Right.
Yeah. As you can tell, I didn't grow up in the US from my accent.
Right,
you know?
of course.
You know, and when I was growing up, I listened to a lot of hip hop. You know, even more hip hop than some of my American friends.
Oh,
now,
wow.
I'm beginning to realize I grew up in Nigeria, and I would hear the N-word, and sometimes when I was younger, I would use it. But then I grew up and I found out how controversial the word is, and I would censor myself when I use it, and at a point in time I stopped using it because it's controversial, and I'm in no way trying to tell anybody not to use it, especially a black person, right? You know, but as a rapper, do you think, or somebody in hip hop, do you think, because why I'm asking this question is this: you can't control who listens to hip hop, right? You know, there's a lot of white people listening to it. There are a lot of white kids listening to hip hop, enjoying it. Yeah. And you cannot control, this is just from me, this is my own opinion. You cannot control how the person chooses to listen to it. If the person is feeling the music, he has the right to say all the words.
Right.
Now, if I spit out some lyrics and I use the N word there, and I have a friend who likes the song, who is white, who starts singing the song close to me and says the N word, I would feel uncomfortable.
Oh, wow.
You know,
Right.
I would feel, even if it's my song, I would feel very uncomfortable. But at the same time, I don't think I have any moral right to tell him not to say it. Do you understand where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
What's your take on that?
My take on the word nigga,
Yeah.
Nigga, I'm cool with it.
You're
But
cool.
I'm cool with me using it.
Okay.
As far as with your example, were you saying like you would have a problem with your son or your white friend saying it? Which
Yeah.
one? Which one?
My white friend.
Your white friend?
Yeah.
Some white people are in the same boat as us as far as like the poor whites that live in the community.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they get shunned out too. But I think a lot of them pay more respect. Like I heard some white counterparts, they'll rap a song and when that come up,
Yeah.
blah 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 blah,
Yeah.
and they won't say that.
They won't say it.
Yeah,
Okay.
because it'll be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But hopefully this ever happened to you, didn't happen to you, but another race call you a nigger,
Yeah.
ER. Now that hit home.
Yes.
See, because I think we took the word and we took the power out of
But
it.
how do you know the difference, though?
I know the difference because
No. If a white person is rapping, let's say a white person is singing to a Kanye song,
Kanye song.
or whoever's song, and he's
they should.
saying it, he's rapping, he's just singing the song,
Yeah.
the lyrics, how Kanye did it,
Yeah.
which I believe he has the right to. So how do you censor the person's intention? You know, like,
Yeah, he has the right to, but you don't know what type of energy that brings from somebody that been through something. So I guess they have to say it at their own risk. Seriously, like if you talking to me, you shouldn't say nigga to me.
Yeah.
Now, if you sitting here and you rapping a song or something like that, you might get a pass, but don't talk to me and call me NIGGA.
So in
'cause
other
you can't
words,
relate.
are you saying that if a fan of yours is singing, a white fan of yours is singing to one of your rapping to one of your songs, one of your lyrics, you'd be cool if he says, because even in Fly Talk, I listened to some others of your songs.
Yeah.
In slam, for instance, your version in your verse, because you had a verse by you and then another verse by the original.
Right.
Your verse was filled with nigga this, nigga that.
Nigga,
Yeah,
NIGGA, yeah.
Yes. Now, if you had a white friend who really likes that part and goes in the way you went in, the same word, how would you feel sitting next to you singing it?
Sitting next to me, how would I feel? Them being
I'm not challenging.
No, it's cool. Them being a fan, I would actually have to go through that experience. Like off top, I would say you just rapping the lyrics. I wouldn't really care.
Yeah.
But do it in your house and all of that. But you do it outside in the street, you're gonna have to deal with them repercussions. I don't know how the next man feels. You know what I mean?
So is it fair to say that in like real hip hop, having spoken with you for a while now,
right,
I know that your art comes from you. If you're doing real hip hop, it's not any kind of it's not like you're real. Let's put it
Appreciate
that way.
it. Okay. I guess.
Now, would it be fair to say that since you are real and you're doing your lyrics coming from you, it's your experience,
right?
And anybody buying that art, buying your work, buys it, and if the person is not in the same boat as you are, maybe the person is not authorized to maybe to share in that lyrics. Not maybe share is not the right word. To replicate, maybe a white. Let's put it this way: maybe a white person singing your song is kind of ripping your experience and making fun of it? Is that what you're trying to say? I don't know.
Oh no, I wouldn't think they're trying to make fun of my experience at all, especially if they're using the NIGGA.
Yeah,
and
but
if
how
they're
that's I don't know how the
yeah,
difference.
man, you
though.
have to. It's a big difference.
No,
if
but
I say,
I don't know in the pronunciation.
oh, you listen,
Because
listen.
any white person, if he says
No.
nigger or nigger, I get offended.
Yeah, they shouldn't say either.
Okay.
You were saying with the music, if he's rapping
Yeah.
my words and
Yeah.
it's in it, and he's
Yeah.
beside me, all
Okay.
right, I might feel a little
Okay,
uncomfortable.
crazy.
But
I see.
yeah, you say it out in public, you got to say it at your own risk,
All
I
right.
guess. Cause
I wasn't. I'm not trying to get a definite answer. I'm just trying to
Yeah, I
to
feel you.
say yeah to.
It would
let's have a
definitely. It
conversation
would
about
definitely.
it.
We'll probably like stop the music if that happened in here. You know what I mean?
I see what you feel. All right. So we're gonna have let's have some there's two segments I usually reserve for the ending. One is called turn up or mute. So you not turn it up. Yeah, I started it with David, but it turns out that the mute part is to turn stuff that you don't like, which is okay. Even though your magazine is called the mute, so it's turn up or mute.
Plug.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say something. If you like it, you say turn up, and maybe you could tell us why you turn it up. If you don't like it, say mute.
All right.
Kendrick Lamar.
Turn up.
All right. So did you listen to his latest album that everybody likes?
No, I heard the singles that they throw out. Because like right
King
now,
Kunta?
yeah, King Kunta and what's that? Everything Started from the Black. What was it called? I don't know. He has like, but yeah, just the main ones. Because I'm actually like recording right now, so I don't want to listen to too much outside influences.
Oh, okay,
Yep.
cool, nice.
Turn up though.
How about Donald Trump?
Mute. Mute.
Okay.
I'm not too deep into politics, but
Yeah.
I'll touch on this one right now.
Yeah, I
He
see.
said something. Obamacare was equivalent to like the worst thing. No.
No, that's
He didn't
Ben
say
Carson.
that. That's but he
that's
was
the black
Republican.
guy.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was Republican.
Yeah.
My fault. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I admired him. Watched the little documentary on his life and stuff like that. But what made him say something
I know.
retarded
He's
like
just
that?
he's just dumb. He's just trying to get it.
All right, so mute Donald Trump.
Yeah. How about Iggy Azalea?
That's the girl that signed the T.I., right?
Yeah.
Yeah, mute. I don't even think I never really listened to like her little pop songs, but I caught her on like the radio, and I don't know what she was saying. I think it was her time to freestyle or something, jacking lines and stuff. So mute.
All right. Azalea Banks. Do you know her?
I heard of her. Like she's like very outspoken, like on the social networks and stuff, right? I never heard her music though. What you think? Is it pretty good?
Yeah, I think yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I kind of
Oh,
I liked her earlier stuff than.
Does she rap or sing?
Yeah, she raps.
Okay, I gotta check her out.
She's just one of those new stuff. How about the Steelers?
Who?
Steelers, the football team. Pittsburgh.
Steelers?
Yeah,
Pittsburgh Steelers?
Yeah.
I'm an Eagles fan.
Okay.
They come first, but it's PA, so
Okay.
turn up, yeah,
Turn up,
all day, yeah,
cool,
PA.
cool. Queen Latifah.
Queen Latifah, turn up,
Turn up.
yeah.
Why?
Cause she paved the way for your mainstream artists right now.
Nice. Yeah.
I would think so. You and not. She was. Queen
Yeah.
Latifah's dope.
You know, a lot of
She
people
does it all.
don't know that she's a rapper.
I know, because she does everything else so
Yeah,
good. She
yeah.
does talk shows,
Yes,
an actress,
yeah.
a businesswoman. Yeah,
Nice,
turn up. I
nice.
salute her.
How about jazz music?
Jazz music,
Yeah.
turn all the way up.
Turn up.
Yeah, I love jazz music. My stepfather was a jazz player. He played he played trumpet, and I
Nice.
played trumpet as well. Sometimes I used to
wow.
try to sneak out, and then he'd be
You're
like,
like,
"Hey,
you do everything. You have a degree in computer science. You play trumpet.
yeah, you
you're
gotta-
a rapper.
yeah,
What else
try
do you
and
do?
error." Yeah, so I like learn how to read music, how to write music. I would like to go back to that, like into like my later years producing and doing all that. I love jazz music.
What I would say, if I would advise you, is
Okay.
to just keep doing it by the side.
Okay.
Now, don't give up any theoretical
Right.
part of music that you have, because that's what allows you to be able to communicate with
There you go.
any musician down
you
the
go.
line. You
Right.
know, you want to be able to communicate with producers, with real musicians. You know,
There you
want
go.
to just give them your sheet music and let them play. You know, it saves you money too.
Yeah, I
from
love jazz,
practicing.
man. Sometimes like I just turn it on a jazz station and cruise. I love jazz. Yep.
Nice.
We had the whole band set up on my first floor. There was an apartment building. We owned it. We lived on the second floor. The first floor with band practice. So you had bongos, you had the jazz, you had the piano, you had the sax. Yeah,
nice, cool.
Dope. Turn up.
How about glazed donuts?
Glazed donuts. Yeah. This shit better not be no trick question, but
no, it's not. It's not a trick question.
nah, it's all good. I guess turn up. The Krispy Kremes is pretty dope.
Okay.
Yeah, and I like to keep it basic when it comes to them.
Me too, though.
Yeah.
I just like the one with the sugar, plain donut with sugar sprinkled.
Yeah, that's dope. Turn up.
Yeah. How about math?
Math?
Yeah.
Oh. Mute, man.
Mute.
If it's basic arithmetic, I'm cool.
How did you survive a computer science degree if you didn't like math?
This is the whole deal. Like my ability to focus. Yeah. Because I still got like recommendations from my professors. Yeah. It's like if I decide I'm gonna do something, it's gonna get done. That's just what it is. Wow. And I went home with like the DVDs from my professors, took extra classes when they were doing the tutoring. Yeah. And that's how I passed it. Nice. I wouldn't say I was great at it, but I tried real hard. Yeah.
Great. Nice. How about Empire, the show?
Empire?
Yeah.
I don't know if they're gonna hate me for this, but mute. Because I don't really watch it.
Okay. You don't because you don't watch it.
No, I think I watched the episode or two.
Yeah.
And entertainment is fine.
Yeah.
But then when I got a sensitive side, like, all right, this is something I love, and this is something I really put a lot of my time in, and it seems like much of a mockery. Maybe I'm just being biased because I'm into hip hop so much. But yeah, mute that.
Okay, cool. So that's it. Now, do you have any story for us? Any embarrassing story? This segment is called No You Did Not. No You Didn't. So it's like something that, a story that when somebody hears it, the person goes, no, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Damn.
Come on, you have a story.
I'm trying to think.
So tell us that story. You have to tell me that story because you told me a little bit.
Oh, that story?
Yeah, I mean, this story.
I don't know if
178th Street story.
I can tell you that story, but I don't know if it falls in that category. Okay. Let's get it. My first time going to New York, you know, New York is the big deal. You want to come. My first time going, I went with my uncle, and then there was a female driving. So I come up here, and then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go to the store. I'm hungry. He goes do what he has to do. Long story short, no, he went to go meet some people or whatever.
Oh, okay.
I don't know where the female went, but we got in the car. We didn't get around the block. We got locked up my first time. It was on 178 in St. Nicholas. Yeah, we got locked up, and shit, man, they put us in the van. They took our car that we came up with, playing the music. We was chasing other freaking criminals. I don't know, man. Yeah, so I was here I was in the Tombs on 100 Center Street for like a week and a half.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so that was some bullshit.
Did they ever tell you why?
Yeah, there was something in the trunk that wasn't supposed to be there.
Oh shit.
But look, check it though.
When was this?
They play real crazy. I was like 20 though. I was like 20 years old. But they played crazy like we didn't eat. So they took the money out of our pockets and got us like Snickers and Skittles and shit like that. Yeah, so once we got to the bullpen, they let us eat it. You know what I mean? But we're like swerving, chasing people in the beginning. Yeah, so I was like, once we was chasing people and all that, and I was seeing all the beautiful women they had out here, I was like, damn, I came out here for the wrong reasons, man. That's right around here too.
This St. Nicholas. Yeah. I had a friend who came to St. Nicholas to my neighborhood, and he's like, Lorens, check this out. I know where they get all the video girls at. I'm like, where? It's like St. Nicholas.
St. Nicholas, right? Right? I feel you. I'm going to go down to 178 in St. Nicholas and go back to that bodega and get some food. Because I didn't give a chance. I ordered my food, but I got in the car with just my water and didn't even get to eat that food. So I got to go back there. Wow.
All right, Top. This has been a great experience. Thank you so much.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Really appreciate it.
Anytime. We did it.
On this beat, fool. This track goes out to a woman so special. I hope you know it, you were so influential. At your request, I'ma keep it confidential. Prepare me for the world, hard-coded in the bezel. I never get attached and I tell these women let go. My heart is empty, girl, listen to the echo. Demetrius turning cold is something you never heard of. When you broke my heart, that shit felt like murder. To make a movie, but the battery was low. She said, don't worry, we'll do it next time for show. It's not a one night stand, she call it sex on the go. Everybody on their grind and they just searching for the dough. High five as I put my boots and my hoodie on. Left my CD, told her listen to the song. You helped me grow more than you ever know. But the minute that I'm in, I can't let that shit show. Back up on the road, gotta do another show and live my day just like the night before. If my heart is on my sleeve, then I cut my arm off. Cause you say that pussy mine, that don't make my heart soft. Provide a map to my heart to women that's so lost. Love's the destination, I ain't tryna pay the cost. Demetrius turning cold is something you never heard of. When you broke my heart, that shit felt like murder.
See how she ride it, spit that fly talk.
Started in the ear.
When I spit that fly talk.
All up in the head.
When I spit that fly talk.
Ended in the bed.
When I spit that fly shit, your chick, my chick, wet like hydrant. See how she ride it. The Fresh Prince is up in here. Brown skin, wavy hair, catching air like a lead. Fish bowling when they stare, we two lefts can't compare. You pay to get it done, I fucks up here. Hotels on wheels, I just lean back chair. Pussy titty legs, all up in the air. All just because I'm spitting fly up in the air. One up in the front, the other nigga got a red. You the lame against the boss, this shit is never fair. We lighten up the night, got the bottles on flare. Light it up in the back like Big Papa is here. Hotel exit, ass fat like Precious. Rentals and hotels, I'm talking on both sales. It's Maya, Kim, and Nikki, and I'm plotting on Chanel. This fly shit and get you trapped, bitch. No bail, niggas hating on the sideline. Shit, oh well, I'm all up in the cantaloupe. These niggas ain't got no antidote. You don't want your chick to fall Vic, my nigga best handle yours. I'm all up in the cantaloupe. These niggas ain't got no antidote. You don't want your chick to fall Vic, my nigga best handle yours. When I spit that fly talk.
Started in the ear.
When I spit that fly talk.
All up in the head.
When I spit that fly talk.
Ended in the bed.
When I spit that fly shit, your chick, my chick, wet like hydrant. See how she ride it. Spit that fly talk.
Started in the ear.
When I spit that fly talk.
All up in the head.
When I spit that fly talk.
Ended in the bed.
When I spit that fly shit, your chick, my chick, wet like hydrant. See how she ride it. I be in your town, lamping in your city, doing shows, counting money, then be falling in some kitty. You can check the schedule when nigga real busy. And on my off days, I be GQ pretty. Fucking with my tweets like Missy. And I pipe her right, so I know she gon' miss me. Tell her put it mouth to work, don't be acting all lippy. Do it till you hiccup and get that thing a hickey. A nigga bout his biz. Girls love a fly nigga, that's what it is. He getting money and he's real. Young, flying fast, I fit that bill. Her ass so soft, but got legs of steel. No birth control, but she popping them pills. Toot it, then I boot it, in and out, I didn't shoot it. She don't give head, but she gave me that exclusive. Then we press record, made ourselves a movie. Did the grown up Oochie Coochie? Her man found out, now he claim he gonna shoot me. I heard that same shit with Keisha. Monica and Susie. I shoot these bitches with that fly talk, just like a Uzi. When I spit that fly talk,
Started in the ear.
when I spit that fly talk,
All up in the head.
when I spit that fly talk,
Ended in the bag.
when I spit that fly shit, yo, check my chick wet like hydrant, see how she ride. Spit that fly talk,
All up in the ear.
when I spit that fly talk,
All up in the head.
when I spit that fly talk,
Ended in my bed.
when I spit that fly shit, yo, check my chick wet like hydrant, see how she ride it.
All up in the ear. All up in the head. Ended in my bed.